refused to get pregnant at age 12, so my grandmother tied me down. My grandmother required every woman in our family to get pregnant before their 13th birthday because she believed early motherhood would strengthen our bloodline and prevent the weakness that comes with maturity. Granny Edna had controlled our family for 3 generations with her twisted breeding philosophy. She lived in our house and monitored every aspect of our lives, especially the women. Mom had been pregnant at 13 just like Granny, and Granny Edna constantly reminded us that this tradition was what made our family special and strong. She homeschooled all the girls to prevent us from being contaminated by modern ideas about women's roles and believed that formal education was specifically designed to destroy women's natural instincts for motherhood. On my 12th birthday, Granny explained that childhood was officially over, and I would now begin my real purpose as a woman. She had already selected 3 boys and expected me to choose one immediately so we could begin trying for a baby. She said, waiting until adulthood is the poison that makes women think they're too good to fulfill their biological destiny. She said that I had exactly 6 months to become pregnant, or she would arrange the situation herself through whatever means necessary. I was horrified and refused to participate in any part of her insane plan, which made Granny Edna absolutely furious. She locked me in my room and began bringing the selected boys to the house for courtship visits, where she would force me to sit with them while she discussed my breeding potential like I was livestock. I would sit there silent and glaring while she explained to these teenage boys that I was right for pregnancy and that whoever got me pregnant first would receive a substantial cash reward from our family. The boys seemed just as uncomfortable as I was, but their parents had clearly pressured them to participate in this sick arrangement. Granny Edna monitored my every movement and started timing my trips to the bathroom to track my menstrual cycle. She removed all books from my room except pregnancy and childbirth manuals and began feeding me special foods that she claimed would increase my fertility. When I still refused to cooperate with her breeding program, she threatened to have me physically restrained during my fertile period and put boys on top of me herself. They'll know what to do. I overheard her telling one of the boys that if I wouldn't cooperate voluntarily, she would drug my food and let him do what nature intended while I was unconscious. When I confronted her, she said, I don't care if you're a child, you're a woman now, and women exist to make babies. I couldn't let Granny Edna destroy my life and potentially help RP me, so I decided to use her own system against her. I started pretending to be interested in one of the boys, the youngest one named Ignatius, who seemed the most uncomfortable with the whole arrangement. During our next courtship visit, I pulled Ignatius aside and told him that all of this was against my will. I watched his face go white with horror as I explained that she was planning to make him R-pissed whether he wanted to or not. Ignatius was disgusted and agreed to help me escape by pretending to go along with the plan while actually helping me get away. For 2 weeks, we pretended I was warming up to him while he secretly brought me supplies and information about Granny Edna's timeline. I felt hope for the first time in months knowing that I had found an ally who was just as horrified by this situation as I was. But Granny overheard Ignatius and I talking and blew up. She locked Ignatius in the basement and told his parents that he was having second thoughts about his biological destiny and needed to be corrected. She drugged my dinner and dragged me to my bedroom where she tied me to my bed. She screamed at me that I had corrupted an innocent boy with modern feminist poison and that she would make sure I got pregnant that night even if she had to artificially inseminate me herself. She had a cup and a syringe and was prepared to assault both Ignatius and me to force a pregnancy through whatever means necessary. She said, your little boyfriend is going to fulfill your destiny whether either of you likes it or not. But Ignatius managed to escape from the basement.